Hi everyone, welcome to our video on Venn diagrams. Okay. And in this video we are going to learn about what goes into a Venn diagram and very quickly how to read one. Okay, so let's dive right in. Okay, so one of the first things that we are actually going to need is quite simply a shape not all dissimilar from this, and this is basically referred to as our universe. Everybody that we surveyed, every single tally mark, every person, every result goes within this shape. Now, depending on your Venn diagram and how many options you have, you could have multiple different zones at which you're actually going to put your data. But for the purpose of this, we're just going to have two, and we're going to use a circle on each of them to tell us which category each result falls into. So it is important at this point in time that we make sure that some of them do actually overlap a little bit. Let's see if we can't get that to actually be clear in the middle. Maybe not. It's okay if we can't. When you are drawing them, just remember that as you do, you will get a little bit of, let's just overlap them there. Okay, so now, if we look at the situation of, let's say, which gaming console do you own? And we're only going to use two different consoles for this, so we're going to go PS4 or Xbox One. So we surveyed a whole bunch of people, and let's say we found that there were 74 people that owned PS4s. We also found, let's say, 61 people that owned Xbox One. Now, this zone in the middle here, believe it or not, is actually allocated to people who own both. Now, if we've surveyed people that have PS4 and Xbox One, there are going to be some people that have both. And so let's say we had 10 people that actually had both. This is how our Venn diagram actually starts to come together. Now, I'm sure you've kind of guessed that given that these three values are within the rectangle, there is still some extra space around here that does not fall into either PS4, Xbox One, or both. And as I'm sure you can guess by now, that's actually allocated to people who have neither PS4 or Xbox One. And let's say we found that there were actually 16 people who did not own a PS4 or an Xbox One. So they fall into neither or any of those categories. This is our Venn diagram. This is the data that we have collected. And there is one final value that we need to make sure that we have for this, and that is our R value. And our R value is quite simply the sum total of every single value that we have in there. It is this plus this plus this plus this. And we put it outside of the rectangle or outside of the universe because we don't want to include this number in any of our calculations. We just want to have a note down that this is how many people we surveyed. So if we add them up, we've actually got 74 plus 10 plus 61 plus our 16 that were in neither. And if we total all of this up, we've got 10, 11. We've got 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 3 plus 1 is 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. So there we have it. Our R value is 161. And that is our Venn diagram, how we've taken our raw data and we've inputted it into a Venn diagram, and now we can go further and actually work out some deeper level probability.